What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, we're creating a sketch illustration of the Miraculous Ladybug. Now for today's lesson, we'll be sketching on top of plain white sketch paper and using a black 4B pencil. Let's move to a side grip and sketch a circle in the center of our page. We're going to start from the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way around the left side. Just loosely bring that in towards the middle. And we'll go around the right side. Now with our circle in place, we're going to add some guidelines to help with the symmetry. Let's start by adding a line coming down the center, starting from the very top of our circle. Just going to lightly sketch a line coming all the way down towards the bottom of our page. Let's add another guideline on the side of our circle, coming straight down. And then to help with the placement of the facial features, we're going to add another guideline going across from left to right in the middle. So we'll start by going out, and then across towards the right. Let's add two lines along the side. From the center of our circle, we're going to move over towards the left, sketch a line coming all the way down towards the bottom. And we'll extend that up towards the top. And then we'll take that same distance over on the right and do the same thing. Let's go halfway between that center line and the bottom of our circle and sketch another line going across from left to right to the side of our circle. Now from the side of our circle, we're going to step in, sketch a line coming down. Then again, we'll take that same distance over on the right side, going up towards the top and then straight down. Let's go to this inside point, step down. We're going to curve the eyelid going up and then out towards the left and right side. So I'm just going to line this up. Now from the outside line, we're going to step in, curve the eye coming down, and just pull that up on the inside. Now we're going to sketch a circle tucked in underneath the eyelid. Starting from the very top, we're going to step up, just go all the way around towards the bottom, just leaving a gap along the bottom of the eyelid, and just pull that back up towards the top. Now let's line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now we're going to place the nose along the bottom of our circle. Starting right here, sketch a small circle going all the way around. From the bottom of our nose, we're going to step down, sketch a line going across toward the left and right, and then from the ends, draw a short angled line going up and out. Let's connect these 2 points with a curve going up towards the top of the lip, and then back down. Now we're going to step in, draw the bottom of the lip, curving down and then up. And then from the bottom of the lip, we're going to step down, just mark off the chin with a straight line. Now I'm going to go back to where this eye line meets this line on the side. We're going to curve the head, coming down, and then just bend that in towards that center line along the bottom. Let's go to the right and do the same thing. Rounding out the jaw, and then pulling that in. Let's go to the top of this line. We're going to curve the hair, coming down. Just go across the forehead, above the right eye, and out towards the side of the head. And then right where this hairline meets that center line, curve the hair coming down and then out. Now we're going to add some hair coming down along the side. Let's start from the left side of the head, curve this out, and then down. Go to the right, do the same thing. I'm just going to taper that back up underneath the head, bending this out and then in. And we'll add the pigtails along the side. From here, we're going to step down, curve this out, and down and then in towards the line on the side. Then from the bottom, curve this in and then up underneath the head. Now we're going to continue working down the side of the neck towards the shoulders. From this line, we'll step out, sketch a line coming down, and do the same thing on the right. And then we'll slope the shoulders going up towards the right. So along this line, it's going to angle this up and then out. Let's round out the top of the shoulders. On the left, go around and then down. Round out the right shoulder and then pull that back down. Let's go back and draw the bottom edge of the mask. Between the eye and the nose, we're going to start with a curve, going up and then down. And then from the ends, curve the mask coming down and then up towards the side of the head. Now we're going to take that curve and flip it up above the eyes. So starting over on the left, curve this down and then up. On the left side, go up and then just pull that down towards the side of the head. Now that we have the basic shape of our drawing, let's go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. And now that we have a clean drawing, we're going to go back in with the tip of our pencil and start adding some details and refining the shape. Let's start with the left eye. Starting from the inside, we're just going to trace this around. Going up towards the top of the eyelid. And just bringing that down towards the side. And I'll mirror this over on the right. Now drawing in the bottom of the eye. And then we'll go in and just thicken up the eyelid, starting off thicker along the outside. And just tapering that out as you come in. Now we're just going to add some lashes along the side. So starting against the side edge of the eye, just going to feather this out. Now we're going back and just tracing the outside of the iris. And then adding a small highlight circle on the top. And then drawing a smaller circle in the center of the iris for the pupil, going in behind that highlight. Let's darken up the center of the pupil. Now we're just going to shade in the outside of the iris using the side edge of our pencil. Going around that highlight. And then we'll go back and just darken up the top of the iris. And then just fade that out as it comes down about halfway. I'm also going to add a light shadow across the top of the eyes. Now from here I'm going to move down and start adding some detail to the nose, starting with that bottom edge, and just rounding out the nostrils, and then lightly shading that in. And we'll work our way around the outside of the nostrils. And from here, we're just going to move down and start adding some detail to the mouth, starting with that center seam. And then we'll just curl the mouth going up towards the corners. Now lightly adding some shape to the upper lip. And then we'll shade that in. I'm going to go back and add a light shadow across the top of the eyes. And just fade that out. Just working our way up towards the top edge of the mask. And then shading in the bottom. Now that we've drawn the key features of the face, we're going to move to the side edge of our pencil and start adding some texture to the hair. Let's start from the top left. Just going to roughly work this in, across. And you can see that I'm just creating some overlaps as we come across the head. And then just pulling that back up. So just darkening up the bottom edge, and then just fading that out. So we're just adding a few darker lines and some lighter lines across. Now this will give the impression of some shadows. And working our way around the perimeter of the head. Now I'm just going to add some shape along the top. And we'll tuck the left side in underneath. Starting from this line, just going to work our way out and down. I'm just adding the rough treatment right now, and we'll add some more details after. So now just going back and just darkening up some of the tones. Darkening up the bottom edge, and then going up towards this highlight area. And from here, we're just going to go back to the tip of our pencil and start refining the shape of the head, starting along the sides. and then coming down towards the chin. Now we're just detailing out the edge of the mask and just adjusting the shape. And we'll tuck this in underneath the hair on the right side. Now we're going to go back with the side edge of our pencil and just add some shadows across the face. So now this hair is going to cast a shadow across the forehead. So we'll just darken up that center area and then just fade that out. And then we'll start by adding an even tone across the bottom of the face. And then adding some shadows across the cheeks. And I want to create a little bit of a highlight across the cheeks along the bottom. So we'll start that shadow along the inside and then just fade that out. I'm going to go back and add a slightly darker tone to the inside of the mask, starting from the left side and working our way around the eyes. Now I'm going to create a little highlight in the center, so we're just going to fade this out and then continue on the right. Sketch a circle in the center of the mask. And it'll darken that up. And we'll add a half circle along the bottom of the mask, along the sides. And we'll go back and just refine the edge of the mask. I'm just going to move out and start adding some detail to the hair along the side. Starting a little bit darker along the inside, and then just fading that out towards the tip. And then we'll go in and just layer the pigtails in behind. lightly add in those ribbons along the side. And I'll just work our way along the side of the neck towards the shoulders. So just adding a little bit more shape and definition. Now the head's going to cast a shadow across the top of the neck, so just going to darken this up, and then we'll just fade that out towards the bottom, towards the edge of the shoulders. Now go back and loosely add those spots across the body. And now we're going to go back and add some more detail and refine the contrast in our drawing. Just adding a little bit of texture to the inside of the mask with a crosshatch pattern. Now we're just going in with the tip of our pencil and just refining the texture inside the hair. I'm going to go back and just add a dark shadow along the inside of the pigtails. Just going to darken up the area around the head and the bottom of the pigtail, and then just fade that out. Now with one final pass, I'll tighten up my details and add a little bit more shadow, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of the Miraculous Ladybug. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. You can also drop your request in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.